Hey y'all, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be decorating the living room for spring. The bunnies are going to be coming out, and of course some florals, and you know it's going to be decorated in a maximalist style. I love using a lot of decor, and it's going to look really cute and whimsical and spring-like, so it's going to be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and get into it. So in the last video we added this cozy little nook seating area, and I'm absolutely in love with it. It's gotten so much use already. My husband loves to sit in it. The dogs love to sit in it. When I come out of the bedroom every morning, there's always one of them laying there, so it's definitely a favorite seating spot for the entire family. So I'm really happy that we were able to do that little living room transformation, little nook area. We added in some frames that I already had on hand, and we did some DIY wall art with a thrifted book that had beautiful illustrations in it that I decided to cut out and use as the actual art inside of the frames. We added this beautiful terracotta pot and some greenery into it, sort of like a little gallery wall above the beautiful teal chair that I got at an auction for a steal of a deal. And then we added the side table and a $5 lamp from a thrift store. So now that that little nook area is done, it's time to decorate the rest of the living room. So we're going to be decorating the fireplace mantle and the entertainment center. So my idea for the mantle for the springtime is to make it look like a Peter Rabbit scene. So these are the decor elements that we're going to be using on the mantle. These cute bunnies right here, the one holding the carrot is the one that I'm going to consider to be Peter Rabbit. And then the other one will just be one of his little friends or his sisters. And then we're also going to be using these really cute topiaries that I picked up a while back at Michael's with the pottery looking pot that's next to it that I picked up at Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago. We'll also be incorporating some peat pots and adding into them some carrots and spreading around some Easter eggs. And of course, I always like to use books in my decor. I usually use them as risers, or sometimes I just display them as actual books, just standing up as you see them right here. These are some of my favorite books. These are all vintage books right here. This one is my absolute favorite because the pages are speckled. I believe it's a German dictionary, and I absolutely love decorating with it. Starting on the mantle, I always like to start on the ends first, and I like to add something tall to either end. So I'm going to add the pots with the topiaries inside. Then in the middle, I have these baskets up that are just covering an outlet, and then where they had like an old internet cord that I haven't had time to take down and patch the holes and all that kind of stuff. So for now, I just have baskets covering that up. We're going to add a couple of books and then our Peter Rabbit and the other rabbit and some peat pots to this area. Then onto the sides, I like to keep it symmetrical, so we'll add some books and a couple more peat pots. And now that I like the arrangement of the peat pots, we'll come back and start to fill them. So I add just some napkins into the bottom to kind of fill them up a little bit. Here in the middle, I decided to put these little mini carrots in so that it looks like Peter Rabbit when he decides to go into the farmer's garden and eat all of the vegetables. Then I took this greenery and popped off some of the little flowers so that I could add them to the peat pots just to give it a little bit of something extra. On the sides, we're going to add some more carrots and then some more of that greenery. And then into the other peat pots, I'll just add some Easter eggs. And then for these areas here, I just felt like we were missing something. I really wanted it to look like Peter Rabbit, like I said, when he snuck into the farmer's garden, and how abundant that garden really looked. So I decided to add these little greenery sprigs. And then, of course, to carry on the Easter egg look, I just decided to sneak in some little Easter eggs. And then here's the finished look, y'all. I really love how it turned out. I think it looks really cute and whimsical. And I personally think that it looks a lot like a Peter Rabbit scene, which is exactly what I was wanting. Now onto the entertainment center, we're gonna start with these two ceramic bunnies. So I need something right here in the middle of the two bunnies to cover up the strip that is covering the cord from the TV that somehow unstuck from the wall and now has an ugly gap and won't stick anymore. So until I have the time to buy a whole new strip, it's just gonna look like this, and I put decor in front of it to cover it. So I do have this vase with my tulips in it. These are just all of the tulips that I've used over the years, and I decided to just put them in this vase for storage actually. So I tried it out, but then I realized it's way too much white against the white walls. So I decided to try this dough bowl. Then I decided to fill out the space. I would use some books. As the bookends, I'm going to be using some industrial spools and also some vases. In the vases, we'll add some greenery. This is the same greenery that we used up on the mantle. And then as I got to this point, I felt like I was missing some more greenery, so I decided to add 2 little greenery sprigs to either side. Now, when it comes to the fireplace hearth, I did feel like it was a little bit boring and it was missing something. So I decided to use this really pretty vintage wicker vase that I found at, I believe it was an estate sale a while ago. So for the florals, we're going to be using some picks that I've had for a little while. These are just some really twiggy looking picks that have small leaves and what looks like little buds on them. So I feel like these are perfect for spring decorating because they look like they're tree branches that are barely starting to leaf out. And I'm also going to be using these really pretty ones right here that I actually picked up at Hobby Lobby a couple of years ago on super clearance. They were like $2 a stem, so I couldn't help but picking them up. They're really cute. They have some really pretty leaves and little white flowers on them. And then they have little parts of the stem that come off that have little like coils on them. They're really cute. And after being stuck inside for several days because we've been having crazy dust storms here, the dogs have major cabin fever. As you can see, every time I get up to do something, they think that it's time to go outside. So it's time for me to let them out and enjoy the beautiful weather. Finally, it's a nice, calm, sunny day outside. So I'm sure they'll enjoy it while I stay inside and finish our spring decorating.